Coming up today on this week's episode, PSP2 and PlayStation phone rumors go wild, Gears of War 2 set for a huge weekend, Killzone 3 Hellgas Edition is being unveiled, and my EA Sports MMA review. This is Nick's Gaming View.
Access granted.
Hello gamers, it's Nick here with Nick's Gaming View, episode number 29. Now PSP2 and PlayStation phone rumors have been going wild this past week. So Engadget has posted claims along with pictures throughout the week that they have the unannounced PlayStation phone. They say that the PlayStation phone sports a 1 GHz processor, 512 megabytes of RAM, 1 GB of ROM, and the screen is going to be about 3.7 to 4.1 inches. Now many media outlets such as thegameraccess.com have contacted Sony sources, and some have claimed that it's fake, others have said no comment. Now none of this is official at this moment, and Engadget has been promising that it's true, but still not official. Now a whole lot of people are like, oh, 1 GHz processor, that's not fast enough. And yes, you're correct, that wouldn't last very long, but the PlayStation phone would not be the PSP2. The PlayStation phone would basically just support the previous generation of PSP, the PlayStation portable titles, not PSP2, and it would have phone capabilities. But PSP2, what's that all about? So supposedly Sony held a private meeting around the same time as the Tokyo Game Show to show off the PSP2. Now this is what supposedly they talked about. Touch panel on the back of the hardware, dual analog sticks, the screen is going to be about an inch longer than the current PSP. They didn't mention which PSP though. Was it the PSP Go? Was it the PSP 3000? They didn't specifically mention because they do have different screen sizes. And then they're saying they're having issues with battery power and heat, and it's set for fall of 2011. Now once again, none of this has been confirmed, but it has been coming out of multiple reliable websites over the past couple of days. Also, you need to remember that the PSP development cycles are already in the company's hands, so the specs already have to be somewhat ironed out. They're already developing games for it. They have to have an idea of what their limits are. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated if I happen to hear anything about this. Definitely interesting, so stay tuned. Now, War Devil. War Devil's been in development for about 5 years now, and it's just been announced it's been canceled. So according to Ignition Entertainment, they tried to outsource the project but had no luck. So in case you guys didn't know, Ignition Entertainment, they've had quite a bit of layoffs. I mean, the economy, it's definitely getting back to where it needs to be, but it's still pretty low. And they're only stuck at about 30 employees right now. So what they actually tried doing is they tried outsourcing the project and had no luck. So at this point, War Devil's canceled. Could another company pick it up? Yes. As of this moment, it is canceled. So definitely keep you guys up if I happen to hear anything else new about this scenario. Now, Gears of War 2, if you're a fan of Gears of War and you need to rank up, you better hop on Gears of War 2 right after you're done watching this show, because this weekend, they're having a huge gaming event. So on Gears of War 2 through this weekend, you will earn 31 times XP. Now that is crazy. 2 times, 4 times, possibly 5 times, that's normal. 31? That means what you earn in one game during this weekend is equal to 31 games on a normal gaming day. Intense. So if you need to rank up, what are you waiting for? Now Killzone 3 Hellgas Edition has been unveiled. So I'm currently in the Killzone 3 beta. I'm trying to get codes for you guys. I've been getting a lot of emails. Trust me, I'm trying my best, guys. Just they're really limited right now, but I'm working my hardest to get some extra codes for you guys. But the beta is sick. Killzone 3, it already looks like Killzone 2, and you may be like, well, it's supposed to look better. It's Killzone 3. Yes, that's the case, but this is alpha stage, and it's highly compressed. You have 3 maps, you have the mechs, you have the jetpacks, you have all the character models. They have that all squeezed into 1,300 megabytes. It's compressed. So, I'm highly impressed with the beta so far. Once again, I'll try to get many codes, but as far as the Hellgas Edition, Hellgas Edition will include an authentic Hellgas helmet. It's not wearable, guys. So, someone asked in the comment section on PlayStation Blog, can you wear this? No, you cannot. You cannot wear it. But when you open it, it will reveal an art book, a super voucher, and the Killzone 3 game. It will also include an exclusive 6.5-inch cloaking Hellgas marksman action figure, bonus video content, exclusive art book, and a super voucher. The super voucher will include the following: Killzone 3 soundtrack and PS3 dynamic theme, retro map pack featuring 2 of the most popular maps from Killzone 2, double XP, and full access to all weapons and abilities for the first 24 hours of multiplayer gameplay. So that's a lot of stuff. Now you may be like, how much is it going to cost? It's going to cost $129.99, so it's not cheap. You're getting a lot of stuff. Am I interested in it? Not really. I'm just interested in the game. I'm a huge Killzone fan, but I'm not into gaming memorabilia. Now, if you're one of those who are into Killzone and into gaming memorabilia, there you go. $129, you get all that stuff. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Is this something that you guys are going to be purchasing? Let me know. Now, PlayStation Rewards has went live in beta form. It started October 28th. Now, the only people that have been invited to this PlayStation Rewards program are PlayStation Plus and Gap subscribers. So anyone who's part of both of those, you should have an email right now for an invite to the program. Now there's going to be 3 ranks in this program. There's going to be Select, Pro, and Legendary. These ranks are going to be based on the amount of PlayStation content you purchase, whether it's movies, PlayStation Network games, full disc PS3 games, and the higher the rank you have, the better the rewards. Now you may be like, well, what rewards can you get? Exclusive PSN avatars that display member status, exclusive dynamic themes, and PlayStation content, and member-only sweepstakes. So, it's obviously just now starting out. There's not much to get excited about. The sweepstakes is cool, but 10 people out of a million, what's your chance of winning? Yeah. Avatars, themes, PlayStation Home, not really interested in any of them. That's just me though. Some of you guys may be heavily into it. I know some people that are really into Home for some reason. So, there you go. PlayStation Rewards, definitely check it out. I think it's going to be something big in a couple years. I think it's going to take a couple years to progress. I think it'll be really something like when the PlayStation 4 comes out. But it's just nice to see Sony building all these community features. So anyone that's heavily into PlayStation, you buy a lot of PlayStation products, it's good news for you. So that's it for the news this week. Now I have 2 reviews. I have my review of EA Sports MMA. Shout out to EA for hooking me up. And I have my review on the Grown Ups movie. So for the first time I will be reviewing a movie. I won't be having a movie review every week. It all depends on how often I can get a movie, purchase a movie, or get a movie for press. Grown Ups comes out Blu-ray November 9th. That hooked me up a little bit early though, about a week and a half early to review it for you guys. So definitely be sure to check out my review. Let me know what you think. Tell me what you think of my movie reviews. Or something you think I need to cover more or less. Let me know what you think, because it's only going to get better. This is not only a gaming show, it's tech. Gaming, movies, everything is going to be on this show. So let me know what you guys think. I'll be right back. Ever since Electronic Arts announced their first step into the mixed martial arts genre, there's been a lot of talk throughout the industry. The main discussion being related to Dana White's statements that any fighter who does business with EA Sports would be permanently banned from being a part of the UFC league. This whole debacle was started when EA Sports denied White's request to develop a UFC game published by EA by claiming it was not a real sport. Here we are a couple years later, and EA Sports MMA is now on store shelves. With the mixed martial arts genre being dominated by THQ with the UFC Undisputed series, it is no surprise to see EA Sports come out swinging to take away some of that market share. Due to conflicts between EA Sports and the UFC officers, EA Sports does not have access to the distinguished UFC license, but nothing stopped them from acquiring Strikeforce, a US-based MMA organization as well as many other organizations. Now while you may be thinking all of the big names will be non-existent due to the lack of the UFC license, this is not the case. EA Sports MMA features world-class fighters such as Randy Couture and many more. If you still feel that you must go in the ring with a popular UFC fighter such as Brock Lesnar or Chuck Liddell, EA Sports has a workaround just for you. EA Sports MMA brings the Game Face feature on over from Fight Night Round 4, allowing you to build your own fighter from the ground up or import your own face via the PlayStation Eye or Xbox Live Cam. If you do not have the patience to sculpt the UFC fighter one by one, you are also given the ability to share and download fighters over the network. This has led to UFC fighters being the top downloaded creations on EA Sports MMA's network. If you have ever played the Fight Night franchise, the controls in EA Sports MMA will come to you as second nature as you make a majority of your movements with the right analog stick. Now if you are like me and cannot stand this control format, there's no need to worry, as you can switch over to the traditional control scheme. This allows you to use the standard square, triangle, circle X, or XYBA controls depending on which console you play it on, leaving the right analog stick to control takedowns in the ground game. I found the controls to be a bit clunky at first, but after just a few fights I became easily adjusted to it. You will also discover in no time that this is not your typical button masher. EA Sports MMA is very much a timing-based fighter favoring more intelligent strategies. Controls is one area that I believe EA Sports excelled in, as its competitor, being UFC Undisputed, possesses a much more complicated control scheme, possibly turning off newcomers to the genre. Like most sport titles this generation, EA Sports MMA features its own career mode, allowing you to train your customized fighter or downloaded fighter in mixed martial arts. Throughout your career, you will be given opportunities to train with MMA legends such as Randy Couture, Rickson Gracie, and many more to ensure you are prepared for the upcoming fight. One thing I must applaud EA for in this title is the ability to simulate one's training sessions without any penalties. Instead, it takes your best training performance and applies its effects to every simulated session. This cuts down on the amount of time out of the ring and allows the player more time in the middle of the action. As you progress through your fighter's career, you'll be given the opportunity to learn up to 16 special moves, which you can tailor to your fighting style. Overall, the career mode in EA Sports MMA is pretty streamlined and allows the player to experience the life of an MMA fighter. Visually, EA Sports MMA profoundly competes with its competitor. Utilizing a modified version of the Fight Night Round 4 technology in combination with the sport of MMA makes EA Sports MMA one of the most visually appealing sport titles this year. Everything from the detail to the character models to the animations of the fight are on point and truly make the fighting experience come to life on your television. The only issue I had with visuals in EA Sports MMA was the lack of blood and affliction during fights. I took part in many vigorous fights in which I focused primarily on damaging the fighter's face for him to end up with a small cut and a couple drops of blood rather than what would happen in real life. This is one area I feel the UFC Undisputed franchise excels, and it's a shame to see EA Sports MMA fall short here. Now, for those who have always wanted an intuitive online fighting experience, I'm proud to tell you guys EA Sports MMA is the game for you. EA Sports Live Broadcast allows you, the player, to hype your created fighter and get noticed by an EA Sports promoter. This could lead to fighting for real-world prizes and online fame. During these live events, there would be 2 real-life players going at it online with human commentary from Electronic Arts. Now, while this is something revolutionary for the online fighting genre, you must understand only a handful of players will be selected to take part in these fights, but that does not stop you from attending the event to observe the action. Outside of the live broadcast feature, the online brings the player your own fight card, providing you with the opportunity to become a fight promoter and set up fight nights with friends. As you continue to fight online, you will gain experience and level up through the belt ranks, allowing the world to see your skills and dedication. There is a total of 90 belt ranks in EA Sports MMA, promising you countless hours of online gameplay. I give EA Sports MMA an 8.5 out of 10. Overall, EA Sports MMA provides strong competition for THQ's UFC Undisputed franchise. With an easy-to-learn control scheme, impressive visuals, and an online experience like no other, there is no debating that EA Sports has come out for the belt with the release of EA Sports MMA. While I feel they missed out by not acquiring the UFC license when they had a chance, along with taking it easy on the blood in this title, I am left impressed at EA's first attempt at the MMA genre.